Hello dreamers! Today is Wednesday, May 27th, and here is your video tour. First and foremost, there's a fun yoga today, Twilight Dream Yoga, and then there's a lot of information on the side about genies and Aladdin. Today's spirit day is gesture games. Play some summer charades. There's a word list there for you. You can print it out, or you can write it on pieces of paper, crumple them up and put them in a bowl or a cup and pick them. This is a great activity to play if you have a sibling, or you can play it with your parents. You can even do it by video chatting a friend, and you each have your own list that you're acting out to each other virtually. Again, your read aloud option for my class today is to read Charlotte's Web and listen to chapters 9 and 10. Again, thank you to Miss Mulehall for recording these for us. You're going to just click here and then listen to today's chapters. We're not in Miss Earth's class, so we don't have to worry about that slide. For reading today, our goal is still to explore multiple fairy tales and identify the story elements of those fairy tales. You're going to start the day by actually watching the teacher video. I recorded myself reading the Disney version of Cinderella. Of course, there is a link here if you'd like to follow along or read it on your own as well. On the side is a list of Cinderella must-haves. So during the video, you'll see me start to compile this list together of things that I felt, and my class last year felt, that Cinderella had to have in it, some elements or details that were in this Cinderella story. Once you have that list in mind, for writing, you're going to listen to the Mexican version of Cinderella, Adelita. This is a YouTube video, and again, I do the first two pages in my video. While you're watching, you're going to have the must-have list from the previous slide in mind. What things do you notice are the same in the Adelita version of Cinderella? For example, in my video, I'll point out that there's a fairy godmother figure, as well as the loss of a parent. So you'll have to think about what essential must-haves does Adelita have, similar to the Disney version, and how are those must-haves similar, and how are they different? You'll be sharing that on a Flipgrid. Again, please make sure you watch the video on the previous slide, because I do model that for you. For social studies today, you're going to create a Venn diagram comparing and contrasting the Disney version of Cinderella with the Adelita version of Cinderella. Again, because you're already looking for similarities and differences, this should be rather simple for you to help fill out. And you can even do this to help you with your Flipgrid if you like. Again, if you are doing it online, you're going to need to go to Google Classroom, and you're going to want to go to the social studies section. For math today, we are going to continue to review Unit 7 by doing an inquiry-based learning activity starting today on Freckle. So you don't actually need to access Freckle. I already have it all here for you. You're going to print the inventory sheet for today. This way you can complete it. So there is a teacher review video for you, which just kind of reminds you about how to use your math tools to compare fractions, find equivalent fractions, and things like that. It's very short. And then there's the Archaeological Dig Day video from Freckle itself. So the questions you're going to be answering is, how did the old archaeologists know that a complete fossil may be located farther down? And B, was the dinosaur in fossil A or fossil B larger? Hint, you're going to want to look for equivalent fractions for A, and for B, you just have to compare. Make sure that hole's the same size. Last and not least are all of the early finisher activities. I know some of you are done well before lunch. This just kind of gives you some other fun things that you can read, some games you can play, again, practicing your cursive, virtual field trip, additional yoga, anything you like. If you have any questions, I'm here. Bye, guys.